Done a tremendous job of siren, and as you can tell and see, again, he lives in that dungeon barn. Feet and legs are just tremendous in this hog. Got a lot of stoutness and bone. Feet and legs, again, it's great. Got a really good look up through his front end, extension, elevation up through his shoulder. Maybe a little taller shoulder than he is hips. Pretty unique Yorkshire boar that's done a tremendous job. Again, his name is Stokes. He's an amped up on the end time side. This is the boar that we call Talking Dirty. He's a dirty secret on a trigger sow. Probably outsired any crossbred boar up to date as far as the winners, callbacks, as far as people, sellable babies, top selling baby pigs and pig sales, lots of success stories as far as winning shows in the Market Hog Show, both bears and gilts alike. Tremendous job. Again, Talking Dirty is a dirty secret on a trigger sow. Tremendous elevation up through his front end. Great shoulder shape. Shoulder big blade in him, big center rib in him. Get up on top of this dude. He's got some massive thickness at top. Really square out there, his hip and hind leg. Just a tremendous Talking Dirty is his name. Dirty Secret. This is a boar we call Bear 42. We acquired this boar from Steve and Aaron Cobb there last spring. We thought we needed to add a power boar to our boar lineup. They had been using this boar a couple of seasons there, maybe 3 seasons, and with great success in the show ring around the country. And we was fortunate enough to get to bring this guy to Triple B and offer semen on him. He's a Bear 35 on a visionary Bear South, so you got Bear coming from both sides of the pedigree, make predictability, breeding potential a little stronger in my opinion anyway. You talk about one that's stout, that's really opened up, that brings some things to the table as far as elevation and cleanness of front end. Got some power when you get up on top of this guy. Really true and square. I guess probably, I mean, I like lots of things and most everything about this boar, but the hip and hind leg in this guy is just phenomenal. If you're trying to make females replacement sows, you know, this might be the cat to use to put some feet and legs, some hip and hind leg, and some females that will really function and do good for you in the prairie mix, along with tremendous potential to make, you know, show pigs, show bears, and things of that nature. Again, his name is Bear 42. Comes from Steve and Aaron Cobb. This is the last older boar that we're going to show you. This is Skyzone. This is probably the most unique boar that we've ever bought. Had the stud, calico colored boar. Picked him up at the summer type conference there year before last. Just, I mean, every pig that we've ever had here born out of it, just love them. Elevation up front, stoutness of bone, cleanliness up front, good thick tops in them, average length of body, strong tie there behind his blade, and his ham-one junction just as smooth as you can make one. Comes at you bold, leaves you the same way. Just a unique hog that's doing a tremendous job. Again, his name is Skyzone. He's a red sky on target. Hendrickson and Trout raised this boar, had him there at Louisville. His mother, the on-target sow, is a gilt that come out of Cobb's online sale, a $7,500 baby pig. And this guy's litter mates, you can look there in the catalog. This guy's litter mates that showed a year ago in the fall Just tore up Jack 1, everything. You can read it better than I can remember everything. And then again, on the flip side of the coin, one of them litter mates they kept for a sow, and she done the same thing. Her offspring done the same thing for him again this year. So they're winning. Offsprings are winning. His offspring, we got a boar that we're putting stud we call in the zone. We'll show you here in a little bit, a little young boar. But he's done a tremendous job. The Skyzone and the red sky on target. We're going to go to the younger boars now. They're pinned down in that east barn. He will bring them around. This stays put. He'll bring them to the same place, same location to show them that we've been showing these others. So you don't have to. I mean, you can move if you want to, but they're going to be shown up here the same way that these boars have been shown. Okay, here's a boar that we've bought this summer. We call Never Enough. He's a never before on the processed sow. Bought him from Cody Smith there at Louisville at the Summertime Conference. A boar that we thought, now start with, his mother is a pure Hamster. So gives you just a little more predictability in my opinion than cross. Cross on a purebred Hamster sow. Really like the potential that this guy's got. The never before deal has been very potent in that country up there in the show ring. This guy's got a tremendous look, a big forearm in him, a good shoulder in him, a good strong top line in this guy, good hip, reaches and goes off both ends, very good. Again, his name is Never Enough. Never before on the process is the pedigree on this guy. This is the Berkshire boar we bought this summer. We call the Law. Probably got me as excited about the Berkshire deal as any boar that I bought in a while. And I say that occasionally. I don't say that real often, but when I found this boar at Springfield, I got pretty excited. And then when we was able to get him purchased and bought, I was even more excited. He's a law and order on a whatever it takes sow. Pedigree is really good. This guy won a class up there, one of the younger classes. Human quality has been very good, very potent. Attitude and appetite is just tremendous in this hog. I think this guy can really, really make Berkshire barrels. You know, and he might make Berkshire gilt out of this world too. But I think he's put on earth to make Berkshire market hogs, whether you show gilts as bears or the gilts as market hogs or bears as market hogs. I think this guy's got a lot of future in the show ring. Again, his name is called the Law. He's a law and order on whatever it takes. This boar is the boar that I was telling you about a while ago. We call In the Zone. He's out of Skyzone on a square deal sow. He's a young boar, very young boar. We're about almost got him started this last week. I think we'll get him going this week. Just giving him a little time, try him occasionally because of his age. But he, like I say, he's a tremendous hog out of a really, really good sow. A sow that I guess that was our first litter, wasn't it? And I think you'll hear more out of that sow. But you talk about one that's got the look and got some power, got a good hip, a good tail set in this guy. I think this guy's got a lot of future ahead of him. In the Zone was a Skyzone on a square deal sow. This is the Yorkshire boar we call Gizmo. I guess this is, to put it in layman's terms, this is what keeps me going. I love the Yorkshire breed, and when I run across a boar, I've been out searching, driving the roads, going to shows, going to farms, and then when I run into one like this, that I think can make a major impact in our world, in the Yorkshire breed, whether it's making Yorkshire females or making Yorkshire market hogs. It helps me get up every morning. I love this hog. I think this guy has got a future that's unbelievable, out of this world. It's hard to make one when their legs and their forearm is big around as their head and neck, and that dude is almost there. This dude just offers so much for this Yorkshire breed, and I think the Yorkshire breed has been a very good breed, but we've struggled in the Yorkshire breed for the last couple of 3 years, and I think this guy is a step in the right direction. I think this guy's got a lot to offer. We found him at the World Pork Expo. Chuck and Ben Olson, we bought him from him. He's an oh yeah on the Gas Money South, and when he come in the ring up there, me and Terrell was both at that show, and we don't even have to go talk to each other. I don't even think we was sitting by each other when he come in the ring, but when we come together, we was all on the same page, both on the same page. This dude had to come to Triple B. So, again, his name is Gizmo. He's a oh yeah Gas Money, pedigree-wise. This is the Duroc boar we call Bromance. He's a bold strategy, complete game. Found him at the World Pork Expo. Bratton's had him, and anybody that's been around the show rings in the last 10 years knows that when Bratton brings one out, there's normally a reason. This dude was wrung out like a wet rag. He hadn't ate enough to keep a mouse alive, looked like to me, in 2 or 3 weeks before that show, and so I got him bought pretty right as far as pedigree wise. We brought him home, got him collected. He went back to eating and acting like a bear instead of a boar, and filled back up, and within 2 weeks after we got him home, that's where the name come from. I fell in love with him. Me and him both boys, and there's a bromance going on there. I think this dude is a unique red boar, and I've said it 2 or 3 times a day about different boars, but I think this guy can write breed history in this red breed in our world. Everybody lives in different parts of the country, and they breed for different things. But I think for Oklahoma, Texas, and this part of the country, and making Duroc gilts and making Duroc market hogs, I think this guy's got a big future. Unique front end in him, elevation, feet and legs is just phenomenal on this guy. You get in front of him coming at you, you get behind him going away from you. He's true and square on all four corners. I think this guy's got a lot of future. Bromance, he's a bold strategy, complete game. There, like I said a while ago, that south side of things, his mother and his grandmother has raised and bred just numbers and numbers and numbers of champions. So. Okay, we got two more boars that they've been in the second stage of our isolation. We got them in the trailer right here. Carol's going to bring them out here and drive them for us. They're good to go as far as health goes. We've been through 2 sets of tests for them, and everything's good there. But we just had to move them down here and got them into these barns. They've been up in the second stage of our isolation. One of them will be a Hamster, and one of them will be a crossbred that I bought at the Indiana State Fair. You'll have them out here just in a little bit. This is a purebred hamster boar that we bought out of the crossbred show at the Indiana State Fair. I was disappointed. I've been looking for a hamster boar all year long. Couldn't find one that I liked. The percentage was high enough. This boar is a 94% on the hamster purity test. Dave Martin, when he turns around, his belt don't hardly meet on the other side, so they couldn't show him in the purebred show, but he can still register pigs. He's a purebred hamster with a pedigree just like the rest of them. Just couldn't show him in the hamster boar show up there, so they put him in the crossbred show, and we was fortunate enough to get him bought. We call him Heartbeat. He's a range wars on the master sow. Terrell's driving him up there pretty close to you. I don't know that I've ever owned one that's as stout and as bone work as this guy is, but he's still got all the things that it takes to go with that stoutness. I mean, this dude, he's got a good look to him, a good design. 94% on the hamster purity test, like I said again. This guy is really got it all put together, in my opinion, in a purebred hamster pedigree. I know everybody in the hamster breed, we've already got lots of calls on this boar. Toad Bellamy travels the roads for NSR as a field rep. he seen him at the farm there. How long ago was it, Toad? Early June, and he said he looked good and was stout and everything then, and so this didn't pop up, you know. He ain't fed up. I mean, this guy has been good all his life. Yeah, he come from Dave Martin's, and just like Toad just said, they don't get a lot of fluff at Dave Martin's. I mean, they're real hogs in the real world. You know, yeah, they take care of them, but a good hog is a good hog when he comes out there. This is the boar we're going to call Jurassic. This is probably the one that I've been looking for quite a while. He come in the ring up there in class at the Indiana State Fair. I told myself, I said, I hope that one makes a sale where I don't have to try to beat everybody to his pin if he don't make the sale. Well, Kelton Mason ends up, he's judging it, he ends up winning this class in the reserve senior champion. Talks him in class. He said, I don't know where this boar ends up or lands. He needs to be named Jurassic Park or out of this world or something of that nature, because this dude is a freak of nature when you talk about bone and structure and soundness, and combine that in a package that everybody's looking for with some elevation, some cleanness up front. So we went ahead and named him Jurassic. He's a straight jacket on a bell bond sow. And the bottom side of that sow is American Bad Boy Coat 45. Like I say, you know, I think this guy is bound to make really, really good market hogs and crossbred gilts in our world. I think this guy's got a lot of future. Study the bone in this guy, and still they got the look and the cleanness from the side profile. Got a big shoulder blade in him, a big center rib in him. Get up on top of this guy, he is just, still got good muscle shape, thickness at top. Ties together smooth there at his hammer-on junction and his shoulder blade. Just lots and lots of good things to offer in a boar we call Jurassic. That concludes our show today. Again, we appreciate everybody coming out. It makes it a lot easier on us to show everybody one time in the spring, one time in the fall, instead of trying to trickle through here everybody individually. It really helps us out, so I appreciate that. Heath was loading watermelons, was running a little late. He said he unloaded or sitting down there at the gate. There's some watermelons free for anybody that wants to pick one up and take it home with them. Thank you, Heath. Also, some of y'all probably know, I probably already announced this, but Peyton Hill and the Hill Show Pig Bunch over at Dustin, they're about 25 minutes away. They're having a pig sale today. All their July pigs is for sale, and I think there's going to be a kind of a private bid type deal. So if anybody's looking for July bears or gilts, we're going to have a bunch of them. About everything they fared. Them and Troy Walker both is, Troy Walker sent a bunch of his pigs down here. So I think it'd be worth your trip over there if you're looking for July pigs. So, and they're going to start about noon, 12:30, but I think it'll go till 3:30 or 4 o'clock, so you got plenty of time. Again, thanks to everybody for coming out. Appreciate your time and your interest.